My name is Grace Jackson and I'm 12 years old and I've been with Choices for 2 years. For a while, I knew something was not quite right with my body. My mom just said, "Don't worry about it, you're just big boned." Chef actually taught us how to prepare delicious meals and to be satisfied with the portion you have. She also shared that you should share one bag of chips between 2 people. I was appalled. Oh, and don't let me forget working out. We do everything from dancing to old-time push-ups. Miss Vanetta would get everyone out and exercising. She would gather with parents and walk with them around the block. I feel safe with Choices and good too. We need to get more girls aware obesity is a killer and we can slay it by being aware of our choices.
How many of you have heard that where you live is more important than genetics? So your zip code is more important than your genetic code. So a lot of times, and that's not to discount that you do inherit certain traits from your family members, and people come say, sugar run in my family. Oh, I got high blood pressure. And some people, when you go into the doctor's office and you talk to them about obesity and things like that, everybody in my family is big. Everybody got hypertension. Well, some don't call it hypertension, high blood. And so what we have been doing at the FDAJ is trying to educate community members and organizations about the importance of where you live having an impact on your health outcomes.
We know that this is a national problem, right? It's everywhere. Double-fisted burgers. Next. And so these are facts and figures that Dr. Lynette has already shared with us. About 1/3 of children are either obese or overweight. And again, a host of problems that everyone knows about that Dr. Lynette talked about as well. Hypertension, diabetes, depression, anxiety, certain forms of cancer, everything we can tie to obesity. One of the greatest risk factors for obesity as an adult is being overweight as a child.
So I'm going to just talk to you a little bit about how you've heard different things from, these fantastic doctors behind me today. And I'm not a doctor, I'm an academic evaluator. I love looking at numbers. I love proving that things work. And the beautiful thing about working with Choices is that you have an opportunity to talk directly to these girls about what do you think works? How do you think this matters? And Choices has merely done a wonderful job at some things that we on the academic and research side of things really find to be important. One thing I want to say is that I get really excited about family engagement. If you're one of the people like me who spends all their time, reading books and academic journals, one of the things they always say is, oh, it's so hard to get families engaged and get parents engaged. Well, come on a Saturday when C.H.O.I.C.E.S is going on, and do you know what you see? You see about 20 girls lined up right here doing physical activities, and you see parents sitting in the corner cheering them on. Choices doesn't just utilize children, they engage parents in the program as well. Now that may seem like, oh yeah, of course they do. Well, trust me, as someone who evaluates program, that is groundbreaking there.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you guys so much for coming. This has just been this has been on my hit list for quite a while, is to have a discussion about childhood obesity, and also to have this sort of atmosphere in this room. This is the room that we do our Saturday programs for the girls, but we wanted to test it out and see if we could do something a little bit higher. When you think of Choices, one thing that we do wrong is we make it appear as though we're this large organization. We do that so wrong. But I love what I do at Choices. I work full time as a CPA, but this is where my heart is.